Hi, everybody, and welcome to 30 Days Strong with Shaman Durek. I'm super happy to be here with you and to share with you how to access the heart opening that is necessary for you to be able to move your energy in a beautiful way and be able to connect into a deeper wellspring of your knowledge and your feelings so that you can make the right choices and connect into a deeper love with yourself. So, one of the things that we want to talk about is understanding that the heart is just as important as your brain. And I've said this a lot of times. So, I want to share that with you again. Your heart is just as important as your brain. Your heart is the ancient way of communicating. In ancient tribal cultures and indigenous cultures, the heart was placed as the main value center, the center of spirit that we all communicated from our communications to the way we interacted with people and the way that we heard information. A lot of times when people hear information, they don't realize that when they hear information, they're listening from their ears and then they're going into their brain and pulling up all the other times they've heard things. And then they start deciding what that person means and what tones they're using, and then it'll decide how it's going to affect them and then the way they're going to react. Because think about it, most people are looking for representations of things that have happened to them in the past. So when they listen to people, they look for tonations, frequencies and sounds, elocutions, body language, facial expressions to decide if that message is coming in from a negative perspective or a positive perspective, which still keeps you trapped in duality, which is something we don't want to be trapped in. And so what we do in shamanism and we understanding of getting into that space of recognizing your power. And so for today, what we're going to do is learn and understand the faculties of connecting into your heart so that when you hear people speak, you don't go to your mind, you go to your heart. So one of the key elements of doing that is really paying attention to the heart's awareness. Now, the heart's awareness is a place of pure unconditional love. It is a quantum sphere that allows information to move through, and it doesn't look at it from a polarity standpoint of good and bad. It sees it from a love standpoint. That means that every time someone speaks to you or every situation you go through, place your hand on your heart and just listen through your heart. And you will gain a greater awareness and understanding of what's going on behind the scenes. Instead of you reacting or thinking about it, just connect to the heart, and the heart will reveal to you exactly what's going on. And you're probably thinking, well, that sounds easy enough, Shaman Durek, but how do I do it? Well, the first key is dropping into awareness with your heart. So take a deep inhalation, inhale, and exhale. Let's do that again. And this time we're going to inhale and exhale with an ah sound, as in, ah, don't you look beautiful? And ah, you're so inspiring. And ah, I love what you're wearing. And ah, life feels so good. And ah, it is wonderful to see you again. When we understand the you are connecting to opening up your heart. And this is a great way to connect into deepening that connection with your heart. So again, we're going to take a deep inhalation and release with a ah. Again, inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Inhale, exhale. Notice how your energy feels in the center of your heart and the vibration that you feel when releasing the ah. Practicing this technique is so wonderful. Every day when you first wake up in the morning, you want to fine tune your heart to the frequency and energy that allows it to open up. So for today, for day 2 of 30 Days Strong is about opening up the heart with the ah. practice taking breaths and doing that for 5 to 10, and even start off small by micro jumping for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 4 minutes, so that you are getting this amazing sensation of feeling your whole entire body lifted and shifted because you're accessing the awareness of the heart. Again, it's a ah, and a ah, and a ah. The more you begin to connect into this energy, you're opening up your heart. So you're going to bring more attention to your heart. And not only that, you're also increasing your serotonin and you're releasing dopamine in your brain. So how amazing is that to feel that boost, that stimulation of your own body responding with joy and happiness and elation for just opening your heart and being aware of your heart center. So connecting into your heart is so important. After you open with an ah, you want to nicely tap your heart and breathe. Inhale and exhale. So let's go ahead and do that. Inhale and exhale. Tap your heart. Breathe with a smile. Inhale, exhale. Keep tapping your heart. Breathe with a smile. You see, the more you practice tapping your heart and bringing your awareness there and breathing with a smile, the more powerful and more vibrant your energy is going to get. So let's do that again. Keep tapping your heart, smile and breathe with your smile, and exhale with your smile. Just notice too that when you're doing this sensation, some people might say, well, I don't feel like smiling. It's okay. Just pretend to smile and tap your heart, and you will then begin to smile organically. Your body just needs you to take the initiative to step into that place. Even if you smile like this, remembering to keep your inhale and exhale. And it's important for you to just hold your heart and smile. The third part of this exercise of heart opening is really beautiful. It's connecting with your heart by asking your heart questions. So the first question you want to ask your heart is, heart, are you happy that I'm communicating to you? If you are, create more joy and happiness in my body. You can even ask questions as, heart, are you excited that I'm sharing information with you by talking to you and recognizing that you exist? If so, balance my energy and balance my mind and balance my system. So you're going to say, balance my energy, balance my mind, and balance my system. If you feel a little wooziness going on in your head or a high that feels like you're getting high without getting high, you're doing the right thing. Just continue to stay on that practice and keep asking your heart for more signs of energy, such as, heart, if you can hear me, send a warm vibration through my body. Or you can say, heart, if you can hear me, bring a really happy, pleasant feeling in my body that makes me feel really good. You see, the heart is able to communicate to you when you communicate to it. Building that relationship with your heart is so important so that you're able to access all these dimensional fields of energy without fear, without reaction, and without going into your mind and looking at all your past experiences so that you can say, well, this is what the person means, or this is where they're coming from, and this is how I should react because this is what I hear. How many times have you been in a conversation where someone says, I don't like your tones, or I don't like the way you're speaking to me, or I don't like what I'm hearing? That's because they're utilizing past references to decide how they respond and hear where you are in the here and now. And also, it limits us from expanding our quantum capabilities to see all of the many ways that people are communicating. And if we stay in a place of the heart, in a place of love, and keep our heart nice and open, we're going to stay lit and powerful and able to receive information without fear, without reaction, and without feeling that we are attacked or we have to attack someone to defend ourselves from fear, insecurity, lack, limitation, or any form of doubt or feeling that someone is saying something to us that makes us angry and upset. The more we spend time awakening the heart, connecting to the heart, and keeping that heart flowing and flourishing in our beings and keeping it alive, the more power we're going to see in who we are and how we're able to move in this world in the most beautiful and amazing ways. You see, you are so powerful. And yes, there's so much more for you to take in and remember in your 30 days strong. But remembering to do this exercise every morning and every night before you go to bed is going to change your life.